Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here at Michigan, where we're able to announce another important step in Haas Factory Team's preparation for 2025. As you can see, we've got two stars of the NASCAR Xfinity Series with us here today, Sheldon Creed and Sam Mayer, and in between them is Haas Factory Team President Joe Custer, who will provide some additional details on their respective roles come 2025. So, Joe, the floor is yours.
Well, this feels a little like a bit throwback to Tony Stewart and Kevin Harvick and having the kind of talent in our room. It's a big day for Haas Factory Team. For these two fellas to believe in our program enough, it says a lot. We plan on dominating next year, and if we don't, I'll be responsible for that, because we certainly have the drivers that can get it done. I think we're going to give you a lot to talk about. I think it's going to be an exciting year with the CW, and I think these two guys are going to lead our charge into a multi-year deal. We got 7 years with CW, and I don't know if I can keep them around for 7 years. I don't think so, but we're going to wear them out, and I'm looking forward to it. Our group this year has done a good job of setting the table, and these guys are going to take advantage of it. And I'm welcoming them, and looking forward to a great year.
Sheldon Creed, you won the poll yesterday, so in honor of that, we'll start with you first. What made you decide that Haas Factory Team was where you wanted to be in 2025?
Yeah, I think there is a lot that goes into a decision like this. Obviously, end goal is Cup. So what is Haas Factory tied to? Where is it going? They have an alliance with RFK moving forward. And I think for me, it was a multiple-year contract going forward. Where can I grow more in Xfinity? Where can I win races? And Haas Factory seemed to be the place for me.
And Sam, I'll ask the same question to you. Why is Haas Factory Team the best fit for you in 2025?
Yeah, I think likewise with what Sheldon said, it's really important to continue development for me as a race car driver, and Haas Factory is providing that for me on and off the racetrack. I think that they're going to do a really good job setting the table for me to go out there and perform and dominate. Obviously, this year's not done yet. I have a lot more to prove, but I'm really looking forward to next year to go get checkered flags, get stage wins, because I don't have a lot of those, so develop and start races better and get that opportunity. But at the end of the day, go get a championship. And I feel like I have a lot to prove. Cup Series racing is something that I really, really, really want to do. And this is a huge step in that direction for myself.
All right, I could ask questions of these guys all day, but we probably have far better ones from our friends here in the Media Center. So let's start with Steve Post there in the back.
Steve Post, MRN, for Joe. Joe, it's been an interesting 3 months, 4 months, 5 months at Stewart Haas Racing. You go from the day when the news breaks that it's that it's over, then the new team forms. What is it like now to be able to start piecing this together? You've got some great people in the shop. I'm sure you've targeted some of those people before they're able to sneak out the door somewhere else. What has that been like for you, just as a manager of this now, as this is pieced together and having 4 Cup teams and 2 Xfinity teams to choose from with some good people that you know the workings of them?
Yeah, thanks, Steve. So candidly, it's been difficult on the people side. We have a lot of good people that have put their heart into SHR. And so that's my first concern, is to make sure that they find a place in the sport. We've taken steps to do that. But at the same time, you have to look to the future. And candidly, the moment we close the doors on SHR, the topic, we open the door to the future conversations. And this was always our goal. We feel there's an opportunity. I didn't think I could get this level of driver in our cars this next year, candidly. I thought there would be a little bit of a concern about stability, so we addressed that. We attacked it with our people, with our infrastructure, with our resources, and now with our drivers. So it's been difficult, but the future's bright. When you see this kind of guy, we're batting 1,000 right now for putting our full-time drivers into Cup. And I truly believe these guys will keep that record intact.
Yep, we'll go over here to Lee. Yep.
Lee Spencer, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio and Catchfence.com. Sam, you said after Iowa, I believe, that you were surprised that Cup teams were not calling you. Did you already have this in the process? Was this someplace you already knew you were going, and with you eyeing it in Cup in the future?
No, to be honest, this came up in the last couple of weeks for myself. So after Iowa, I will stand by what I said. I want to go Cup racing really, really, really badly. And like I said, this is a step in that direction. I feel like Haas Factory team is going to do a really good job about developing me on the track and off the track. That way I can be the number one top prospect to go to Cup. Obviously, that's now a couple of years down the line, or whatever the good Lord has in store for me. But I think that this opportunity in and of itself is really, really good. And at the end of the day, I'm a competitor. I want to get trophies, and this is the best opportunity I see fit to go do that and maybe get some trophies in Cup one day later.
And both you drivers are coming from powerhouse Xfinity teams, but this is more of a boutique situation where it's just the two of you. You don't have to worry about 4 cars. Does having that smaller, simpler type of a situation appeal to you after coming from these mega organizations?
Yeah, for myself, this is the first time I'm making a step outside of JRM. They've been really good to me over the last 3.5 years. I've been able to build a home over there and get some wins with them. But so this is kind of a change of scenery for myself as well on that level. And obviously it's a little bit of a smaller team. What I'm really looking forward to with this team is they're going to help build it around me. And I'm going to be involved in the shop and be able to be there and watch these race cars get built and have a say in it. And I'm really looking forward to that because I feel like I can have an impact on that. And obviously this is a new organization, Haas Factory. So I'm looking forward to getting them some checkered flags because they deserve it for sure.
You want my answer too?
I do, Sheldon. Thank you.
Yeah, obviously, like you said, I've been at 2 really big teams, RCR and Joe Gibbs Racing. And honestly, I think it's going to be probably even more enjoyable being a little smaller, a little less people to answer to. I think it is smaller, but it's still big relative, right? So, yeah, a lot to look forward to. Like Sam touched, it's we're building a team around us two. I know it's probably very similar to Stuart Haas, just a different name. So, yeah, just really looking forward to, I guess, a new change again. You don't expect that, but I'm looking forward to it.
Joe, at this point, have all the Stuart Haas charters been spoken for?
We're working through that. I don't have anything to announce on that, but it'll be forthcoming on the charter side.
Dustin Albino, J-Ski. For Joe, first of all, you have 2 really solid crew chiefs on the Xfinity team now. Do you expect them to stick around, or do you not know that yet?
We're working through it. Of our, 70, 60-some Xfinity employees, pretty much all of them are returning. There'll be naturally a couple of tweaks. We're working through the crew chief topics right now, but our program, along with Ford and all of our supporters is pretty deep, candidly. Adam Gravett is our director of competition, and people move, and we like the drivers say that there's also folks in our Xfinity programs that move up and have moved up, so we encourage that. The key is the pipeline and the development side of human capital within, and we do that. We've been doing that, so our bench is deep. And candidly, again, not only these drivers, but there's also been interest outside of our organization to come in. So it's been exciting, and again, a difficult time, a different time with Stuart Haas evolving and ending. Haas Factory team, basically all the assets and all the IP and all the human capital that applies are part of it. So the Xfinity program is a jewel for us. It's been something that we believe in, and that we encourage these guys to reach their goals, and that is to move to Cup, but first win races and dominate and sit on poles, which they're doing as of today. One of my concerns, well, not concerns, but an interesting piece of this is literally we could have the 4 drivers in the Final Four from our 2 programs, our existing program, and these 2 fellows coming. So that would be an exciting time for us.
And then Sam and Sheldon, you guys are both coming from powerhouse organizations. You still have 13 races left with them this year. How do you feel like that affects your championship aspirations for this year?
Yeah, for myself, it doesn't change anything. We want to go out and win races for JRM, and obviously there's a championship at the end of the year too, for myself and the organization. So I like I touched on earlier, found a home at JRM for the last 3.5 years. They've taken really good care of me, developed me to this point. And, I mean, I want to see that through. I want to get a championship. We were really, really close last year making it to the Champ 4. Obviously, we were a little bit short to somebody. But, you know, like, I'm really looking forward to finishing out this year with everyone involved and to go get a championship. I have so much to prove.
Yeah, I mean, similar to what Sam said, for me, nothing changes. The goal is to win. Obviously, getting the pole yesterday, I think, you know, proves that. I want to walk into Haas Factory and 25 a race winner. You know, I don't want to be looking for that race win still. So that's my goal the next 13 is how am I going to get to victory lane and you know, try to put a dent in this championship.
Chris?
Chris Knight, KiteScience.com. Sam, since the news became official, social media has been pretty on fire, and the biggest question everybody's asking is did your scenery change from jumping from JRM to Haas Factory team because of the Cup opportunities?
I think that for this opportunity to jump from another organization and stay in Xfinity, I think for myself it's just literally the 5-10 year plan. I think that there's really good opportunity no matter what team you're with. It just so happened that Haas Factory I felt like was the best organization for myself, and I'm hoping to get Cup opportunities in the next couple of years and to be able to kind of prove myself, and that's why I'm here is to prove myself that my name belongs here. That's what Xfinity is all about, and I got to do a better job on the track to make that even more proven, and I think that Haas Factory is going to do a really good job helping me out with that.
Bob?
Bob Hawkers, Fox Sports. Both of you going from a different manufacturer to Ford next year. I don't know how big a deal that is on the Xfinity side compared to the Cup side. On the Cup side, there's a lot of info shut off and everything. Do you guys feel good about your abilities to run for a title with them knowing you're changing manufacturers?
I do. Yeah, I have a bunch of trust in my team. Obviously, my guys and Joe Gibbs Racing and Toyota have the same goal for me to end this year on top and winning races, so I don't think anything changes for myself. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm trusting that, right? But I feel like I can.
Yeah, I feel like for myself it's the same. Like we have a job to do at the end of the day, and they're not gonna take that away from themselves. So I think that getting all the sim time that I can for each and every week to go out there and do my job and have Marty and all the guys get checkered flags at the end of the day. Everyone wants that for at least the next 13 weeks. So I'm looking forward to kind of getting into the playoffs. Obviously, we already have 2 wins this year, and the goal is to get even more than that. So nothing changes on that front. I'm still invested in my program right now, and we're going to do big things by the end of the year for sure.
All right. Any other questions for our guests here today? All right. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right, there's the checkered flag. Great job, driver.